I declare that this is the last word, the last time that we will ever talk about cameos in Mortal Kombat. Especially because they are definitely not gonna be in the next game. Cameos are, without a doubt, not counting monetization stuff, the most divisive, polarizing, and potentially damaging thing in Mortal Kombat 1. Say what you will about characters redesigns, things in the story, invasions mode, there was nothing that got more talk or press, most of it negative, than cameos. And I just want to say, I do not blame them for trying this out and thinking they would go over well. But there are a lot of people who are like,
what the fuck were they thinking?
I know what they were thinking. They were thinking, hey, we need a gimmick for this new game. Because, you know, MK9 was a return to 2D, MKX had the 3 variations, MK11 had the customizable variation, and they thought, hey, people liked the tag team mode in Mortal Kombat 9, so why don't we do something like that? And it just didn't turn out very well. I still, to this day, think that the biggest mistake that they made with the entirety of Mortal Kombat 1 was not having cameos be optional. Even if they wanted to have the primary mode across the whole game be with cameos, and you had to go into a secondary drop-down menu and deliberately choose the cameo-free option, I still think that would have helped. Because for a lot of people, the cameos were like if McDonald's came out and said, hey everybody, we're a taco restaurant now. The tacos are still gonna be Big Mac flavored, but no more burgers for you. As for my personal opinion on cameos and their implementation of Mortal Kombat 1, I think that they're fine. I never had a major problem with them, and at many points, I enjoyed them. Heck, I got freaking hype over Madame Bo, and I simultaneously do not understand and completely get the vehement disdain of cameos. On one hand, I get that it was a big change from the standard MK formula, and it felt like just a massive tease of all these, different characters that we wish we could play as, but can't. And at the same time, I mean, it's not super invasive into the gameplay or anything. Well, yes, you have to pick one. Even if you are the biggest cameo hater in the whole wide world, you don't have to use it. If you just hate the idea of cameos so much that just seeing that cameo select screen makes your face turn bright red and makes you shit your pants in impotent rage, just don't press the right bumper. And the only time you'll have to see them is during throw animations and cinematics. In the words of the Doom Twitter account, you control the buttons you press. So if you really don't want to use the cameo, you didn't have to use the cameo. And to be fair, a lot of people honestly thought that the cameos would be good for the health and competition of Mortal Kombat 1. Like Maximilian Dude, in a video that I can't find, mentioned how he thought that a lot of the fun and interesting stuff that you were gonna see with Mortal Kombat 1 was gonna come from cameo. Which I kind of agree with. They had a lot of fun stuff going on with cameos. Tremor's 3 variations, Madame Bo's drink service, Farah jumping on your back like a little monkey. Cameos did have fun and interesting elements to them. But that doesn't change the perception. It doesn't change that nobody asked for them. And it doesn't change that people felt weird about being forced to use this new mechanic that had never been in the series before. Overall, I think that the cameos were a totally honest and earnest attempt to do something new and interesting and fun, but it just didn't land, and people did not take to it. And with all the controversy that they caused, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't throw in a cameo-free option into the definitive edition of MK1. Maybe it was like an act of stubbornness on their part, like, you know what, fuck you guys, you didn't even give them a chance. So no, you're not getting a no cameo mode, and you never will. What do you guys think, though? Will cameos forever be a blemish on Mortal Kombat's record? Or when MK2 comes out, are people gonna look back and go, man, you know what? I miss cameos. They were underrated. Let me know. Follow for more MK content, and please consider joining the Patreon.